My name's Jose Gatayo. I'm with Mosey Tampa, and you're watching Tampa Bay Community Network.
All right, so Amrock Fab Lab is an 8,000 square foot creative space over at University Mall, just a couple miles down the road from where we are right now. And we do a whole bunch of creative programming, and a couple times a year we do a showcase event out in the public. And this is one we haven't been able to do in a few years because of COVID and a whole bunch of other things, but we're ramping it back up. We have done Coast MakerCon since 2012, when it was originally known as Tampa Bay Mini Maker Festival. So we're happy to be back here at Mosey, not too far from where we started, doing Coast MakerCon, which is a celebration of the DIY inventive spirit. And you can hear some of the inventive spirit around us. There's kids working on building little robots, learning electronics, learning about artificial intelligence. There's the Inventors Council. There's battle bots going on the other side of the campus here, and there's arts behind me. So it's a lot of fun, and it's a celebration of everything creative, because people who can make things are empowered people, and that's the whole point about what we do, and that's why we love doing it, because there's nothing more exciting than seeing the look on someone's face, kid or adult, who has made something and it's beautiful and it makes them happy, and they can sell it or they can enjoy it and they can do something that they couldn't do before. So that's why we're here. It's to celebrate making stuff.
Hi, I'm Arabella, and I'm at Coast MakerCon having a great time.
Hi, I'm Larshay Johnson with Bits for Bots, and today at Coast MakerCon we're teaching kids about STEM with do-it-yourself kits and an introduction to electronics. Bits for Bots has been around for about 10 years, and we are big advocates for STEM. So I hope you had fun. Check us out at bitsforbots.com and grab your next STEM kit. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Pam French with the Tampa Bay Inventors Council. I also have my product, the Pammy Pocket. I joined the club over 10 years ago, just learning as I went. I just had an idea in my head. So check out the Tampa Bay Inventors Council and check out the Pammy Pocket.
Hi, my name is Eddie Crockett. I am a local musician, and you're watching Tampa Bay Community Network.
Good afternoon. I'm David Merrill with the Woodcrafters Club of Tampa. We just want to invite you to come be with us on the third Thursday of each month at the Oak Grove United Methodist. We're a guild of woodcrafters that make all kinds of different wood products. Do you want to make sawdust? Come be with us. We'd love to have you.
Hi, this is Aura Tanner. I'm excited to be here at Coast MakerCon today. I'm out here with my business, Black Unicorn Education. I basically do tech education for families using informal learning resources. So today I had an AI playground. I'm also helping people to play around with AI tools like ChatGPT, DALL-E 2 to create art, just showing how AI can build websites just by a single prompt, or create 20 different ideas for a logo just from typing in a prompt. So just explaining to people what the promises are, what the potentials are, the cool things that it can do, but also discussing the impacts. BlackUnicornEducation.com, and also a Facebook group if you're interested in learning more about AI.
So my name is Barrett Jackson, and I am with Scoutlier, which is a company focusing on EdTech, trying to bring hands-on learning closer to schools. And so for the little kids, we start with Paper Circus, which is basically teaching how circuits work. My big thing is being a very hands-on student, and the problem was at schools there wasn't any of that. No schools allowed younger kids to, and even my high school today, we don't have any workshop classes. Everything is very computer-based now, and the problem is that the world is always going to have people who need to know the basic skills, people that can screw in the light bulbs, people who can fix things, handymen and construction workers, but schools today aren't teaching that. So our goal is to try to bring that to kids in schools and outside of schools in the form of camps, classes, and hopefully being able to broadcast this to other people.
Robot combat is honestly what I believe one of the greatest sports in the world. You don't have to be so incredibly strong that you need to deadlift 500 pounds, and you don't have to be so incredibly fast that you need to cross a 100-meter dash line. It's all about putting your metal where your mouth is, sticking a robot in the arena, and fighting it until something breaks. I honestly love doing combat robots. I've been doing it since mid-2021. I've had a lot of help from professional teams such as Witch Doctor from the hit television show BattleBots on Discovery. I'm currently working on more robots that I want to build even bigger. In my spare time, I do part-time commentary for some of the events. So if you hear me over the loudspeaker and you can just hear in the red square, in the blue square, that is me. I am very theatrical. That's why a lot of people really want me to do their commentary, especially because I can improvise on the scene and make amazing intros. Again, Nick from Viper King, let's hear it! Robot combat, you can be as young as 5 years old or as old as 89. In fact, we have some 70-year-olds at this event fighting with the company, Amrock, and they're killing it. And I think, I'm not entirely sure, don't quote me on this, but I think the youngest competitor we have here today, maybe 9 or 10 years old. But in that age range, you got high school students, college students, middle school students, parents just wanting to bond with their kids. Sometimes you got fathers wanting a new hobby. It all comes together, and even the community's good because we're incredibly nice to each other. I've had fights where I'm about to fight someone and they come up to me, help me build my robot just so I can beat them. And other times we're splitting tools, we're sharing parts and pieces. And one of the things that I think is the best is when a fight is over and there's scattered bits and pieces all over the arena, sometimes it's customary to give the other team a broken part of your robot and just say, great fight, man, that was awesome.
Hi, I'm Wayne. I'm part of the team member of Hammer of Thor, a robotics competition team. It's an interesting hobby, sort of on the expensive could be if you want to go. And we don't really have a weapon. We try to use our robot as the weapon. So it's unique in the field against some of the guys we go against. One of them today says, I don't even know how to fight you, but then he clobbered us. So, but I have learned a lot, things I never thought I would do. And this has been a very good experience. I would recommend it to anybody. Give it a try once and see what you think.